Will be through the rest of this weekend because we do have more wet weather on the way. That first round still bringing rain to areas like Kingston and Ottawa. We've got an additional line that's formed here, bringing showers to the Thornbury area as well as north toward Parry Sound, for example. We could be impacted by that a little later this afternoon, but for the time being, we will enjoy that sun, won't we? Winds coming out of the southwest right now, not as strong as they were last night. Temperature-wise, yes, we are cooler than we've been. 20 degrees at the airport, 19 degrees at Toronto Island. Not a big difference between the two locations today. This is still technically warmer than normal. Our seasonal average is about 16 degrees. We will be much closer to that tomorrow and then a little cooler as we head into Sunday and your Thanksgiving Monday. We'll take you through the long weekend forecast coming up. For now, though, Michelle, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Color change. There's some other areas that are starting to catch up as well. I know weather-wise it might not be quite as picturesque this weekend for getting outside and enjoying, but lots of leaves still on the trees, so it is a good time if you can, in fact, venture out before the winds really kick in, and they will strengthen a little later on this weekend. Here's another look, the satellite and radar. We've got lots of clearing right now, but we're sort of sandwiched between two rounds of rain. We could see a few more showers later this afternoon, and then as this low circulates, we will get more rounds of rain, heavy at times, through your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's not going to rain all weekend long, but there's a good chance you're going to want to keep the umbrella handy. Now, we've been talking about Tropical Storm Philippe. It has just recently been downgraded to a post-tropical storm. This is going to impact Atlantic Canada and then Quebec through this weekend. It's going to merge with our low-pressure system, so a big soaking expected in that part of the country as we head through the weekend. For us, there's that chance of showers later this afternoon. Ongoing on and off wet weather through into your Saturday, but we'll also have some periods of sun. So again, not a complete washout. Sunday brings a little more in the way of cloud. And then I just want to draw your attention to this. A little bit of snow could extend south into Muskoka, into the Bancroft area, close to the Quebec border. So just a heads up if your Thanksgiving travel plans include to that part of our province. 21 degrees at this hour. Our forecast daytime high is 22. So we're almost there. Still warmer than normal. Pleasant looking evening overall, mainly clear skies. Wet weather will return at times through the overnight tomorrow. And I'm just going to skip past that because we're not looking at a total mix of sun and cloud for tomorrow. We will have a chance of showers, and then we'll have mostly cloudy skies for your Sunday and Monday. Look at Monday, a high of only about 10 degrees. Slightly drier through the middle part of next week with temperatures returning to more seasonal values. The VIP prize deadline in the Princess Margaret Home Lottery is midnight tonight. You could score big prizes with the VIP prize, a pair of season tickets for the Leafs, the Raptors, and Toronto FC, plus $50,000 cash. This morning, Michelle, to this hour, and earlier this afternoon, we had a few showers make their way through the city of Toronto. Still seeing some wet weather to the north of Uxbridge and over toward the Bobcaygeon area, but just about everyone in for a pretty dry evening overall, but not a dry long weekend. Winds right now are coming from a westerly direction. They have strengthened. We will experience gusty winds at times this weekend too. Currently 20 degrees at both Pearson Airport and the Toronto Islands. Overnight tonight, we're expecting to fall to a low near 9 degrees. So suddenly we are at or at times slightly below seasonal as we make our way through the next couple of days. It could be a bit of a chilly Thanksgiving. We'll talk all about it coming up in your forecast. For now, Nathan, over to you.
All right.
Been talking a lot about the fall colors this week. A big thank you to you, our viewers, who shared your photos. Here's Marielle's photo from Algonquin Park. Absolutely stunning there. And a little closer to home, Andrea captured this tree in Newmarket. Not bad, very nice. And if you want to know what the fall colors look like around southern Ontario, there's an updated look at the fall color report. Weather-wise, might not be quite as picturesque at times this weekend. In fact, in some parts of the province, there could be the first wet snowflakes of the season. We'll talk all about it coming up, and stay with us. We've got another shell to this hour, and earlier this afternoon, we had a few showers make their way through the city of Toronto. Still seeing some wet weather to the north of Uxbridge and over toward the Bobcaygeon area, but just about everyone in for a pretty dry evening overall, but not a dry long weekend. Winds right now are coming from a westerly direction. They have strengthened. We will experience gusty winds at times this weekend too. Currently 20 degrees at both Pearson Airport and the Toronto Islands. Overnight tonight, we're expecting to fall to a low near 9 degrees. So suddenly we are at or at times slightly below seasonal as we make our way through the next couple of days. It could be a bit of a chilly Thanksgiving. We'll talk all about it coming up in your forecast. For now, Nathan, over to you.
All right, thank you.
By the middle of next week, we're going to rebound nicely to more seasonal values. Let's talk about the active weather part of our story. Right now, we are between two systems, so we're enjoying sunshine, at least while we have it, before that sun sets. Tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud, but as this low rotates, we'll see the wind strengthen, and we will have on and off showers throughout the day, but there will be extended dry periods, so that's worth pointing out. There's about 9 a.m. tomorrow. Looks not bad. Wet weather to our west and to our north, to our east as well. There's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Heading into the early morning hours of Sunday, we're getting into a bit more of the wraparound effect of this low. Northwest winds are going to kick in. They could be quite strong, maybe gusting to around 60 kilometers per hour. Lake effect showers for us. Look what's happening a little further to the north. See that blue? That could be a little bit of wet snow. Not expecting it to necessarily stick to the ground, but Muskoka, Kawartha Lakes, and toward the border with Quebec. Just a heads up for you on that one. And then heading into Monday, still potential for wet weather for us. Certainly looks cloudy overall. 20 degrees is where we're at right now, so not as hot as it's been. Overnight tonight, we're dropping to a low near 9 degrees. Some communities will remain, though, in the double digits. If you want to get outside and enjoy the day tomorrow, again, there will be dry periods. I think pumpkin patches, corn mazes going to be very popular this weekend. Tomorrow's high not expected to get much warmer than about 14 degrees. And then your Thanksgiving forecast is even cooler. 12 degrees for Sunday, about 10 for Monday. Here's the rest of the 7-day. We're drier as we make our way into next Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperature back to seasonal by next Thursday. But another round of wet weather moves in. The VIP prize deadline in the Princess Margaret Home Lottery is midnight tonight. You could score big with the VIP prize, a pair of tickets for the Leafs, the Raptors, and Toronto FC, plus $50,000 cash.
Right now it's 15 degrees under clear skies. Lyndsay Morrison has our first look at the forecast.
Well, Zoraida, the last couple of days, we've started to notice a bit of a change, and that change is going to continue here right through the Thanksgiving long weekend. Today, we had variable cloudiness. We had a few showers, and temperatures are starting to cool. Overnight tonight, we're dropping to a low of about 9 degrees, staying in the double digits in places like Peterborough, Orillia, and Parry Sound, along with Bancroft. Those communities could be a little bit cool by the end of this weekend. Noticeably cooler for us tomorrow here in the city of Toronto. 14 degrees, suddenly on the cool side of seasonal. And we do have a chance of showers really throughout the day, but we will also enjoy a mix of sun and cloud at times. So it's a complicated weather forecast. We're going to take you through it coming up. For now, Zoraida, back to you.
Thank you, Lyndsay.
Well, for many, this is the big weekend for closing up the cottage. And if you're going to be spending time in Wasaga Beach, Muskoka, or the Kawarthas, you can expect this weekend to be mostly cloudy and a little unsettled, maybe even some wet snow in parts of far northern Ontario. These areas, however, also the best places to check out the fall colors this weekend. The leaves still on the trees, but gusty winds this weekend could change that. We'll take you right through the forecast and right into the 7th. So we've been talking, Zoraida, for a number of days now about the big change coming this weekend. I think we're going to be getting out the cozy sweaters by the end of Thanksgiving. And yeah, we're going to need some rain gear at times as well. We haven't talked a whole lot lately about the polar vortex, but we're getting a little sliver of it this weekend. You're really going to notice cooler conditions by Thanksgiving Monday, and then there's a nice rebound through to the end of next week. Weather is brought to you by Monday. So we've had a couple of lows bringing us rain, of course, overnight last night. Here comes the next one, and as it rotates, we will have rounds of showers. So we're not looking at an all-day rain really any day this weekend. I've paused this around 9 a.m. tomorrow just to show you that there will be some clearing. Early risers likely to encounter some wet weather, but then the showers are going to be on and off during the day. We will also enjoy periods where it's simply a mix of sun and clouds, so be prepared for the potential for wet weather, but don't cancel your plans at this point. Hopefully you're able to adjust them a little bit so you can still enjoy. Sunday morning, chance of a few showers. I'm noticing a little bit of a lake effect rain pattern here as northwest winds kick in off of Lake Huron as well as Georgian Bay. And see that blue? that is an indication that some areas could be in for some wet snow this weekend, perhaps as far south as Muskoka, the northern Kawartha Lakes, and then, of course, over toward the border with Quebec. Don't necessarily think anything's going to be shovel-worthy or sticking to the ground, but many areas, I think, could be in for their first wet flakes of the season. Overnight tonight here in Toronto, 9 degrees. Chance of showers, but many areas will remain dry. I do think our better chance of some wet weather is going to come in the afternoon during the daytime hours tomorrow, so get outside and enjoy when you can. Forecast high 14, so suddenly we are a little bit cooler than we've been and a little below seasonal. Cooler still into Sunday with a high of only 12 and maybe only 10 degrees for your Thanksgiving Monday. This is the 7-day forecast. We brighten up the forecast a little bit for next Tuesday and Wednesday. A little bit drier, back to seasonal by next Thursday, but once again, we could be in for a round of rain with the next area of low pressure. The VIP prize deadline in the Princess Margaret Home Lottery is midnight tonight. You could score big with the VIP prize, a pair of season tickets for the Leafs, Raptors, and Toronto FC, plus $50,000 cash. There are over